I saw on Twitter I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Liverpool had just played Fulham. They lost 1-0, and it was their sixth loss in a row at home. I think they're on like quite a skid right now, and there were people tweeting "Klopp out, Klopp out," and I just thought I thought that was kind of ridiculous. I understand where they're coming from, but you have a guy right now who just is coming off a Champions League win, and the year before that he made the finals in Champions League. And then last year they won the Prem. They were one of the best teams I've really ever seen. They had a front three that was fantastic. And now they're going through a small slide where they're dropped to I think they're eighth right now, which is terrible. Don't get me wrong. But they're a few wins away from fourth. They're a few wins away from, a few more results go their way. A little less VAR craziness goes against them. Maybe one less Virgil van Dijk gets hurt and they're in second or third, this is a manager who was not backed as much as he could have been. They got Thiago, but that's probably to replace another one of their players, and they didn't get anybody else. And if you win the league, you got to keep getting better. You have all that going against them, and they're still kind of in the mix. I definitely understand what people are saying, how you still have all your attackers there and they're not creating anything. It looks really bad right now, and I get that, but I kind of take it back to what the Dortmund CEO said when they got rid of him. So they had just won the league twice in a row. They kept him for a few more years, and it wasn't going very well. And the Dortmund CEO basically was like, hey, maybe it would have been, he wrote in a book, I think, or interview something. Maybe it would have been better if we had changed the whole team instead of firing the coach, because there are so many good players, but not that many great coaches. So it's going to be hard to replace a Klopp. Like, Klopp is one of the best managers out there. I hate saying it. I'm a United fan. But if I want him fired, then I know he shouldn't be fired. Like when Brendan Rodgers was at Liverpool at the end, I wanted him there because he was really bad there at the end. And now I want him fired at Leicester because he's doing well there, So I think that's reason enough to keep him. It's going to be hard to build the team again when they built the team around him and that style of play. It's hard to replace a legend like that. He's going to get a statue or something. I just think that if you replace him now, it's going to be tough to get somebody better, and it's just risky. And I think now here's the thing though. If he's like, hey, I think that I've done everything I can with the team, I can't take them any further. All right, then I understand that. I think he might have even said that at Dortmund at one point. I understand that. Then he should leave. He could go coach Germany or do whatever he wants. But until then, I think you got to give him a bit more time, basically, is what I think. So thank you for coming to my Tong Talk. But that's all I have to say about the matter.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add to that, Matthew Rue?
I don't think I have anything to add, but I think you hit it right on the head. I think he's earned a little bit more time. I think he's riddled with injuries this year. I saw a list. I think he's played with a combination of like double-digit amount of combinations at center back. Like, that's crazy. Like no other club's doing that. So just the amount of injuries that he suffered, the amount of success he's had in recent years, I think he's just earned more time, and I think it's a little hasty. And of course, fans, in the heat of the moment, you're going to be like, well, he lost to Fulham and he lost to, and we have one, right. But when it comes down to it, he's one of the best managers in the whole world, and I don't think, like you said, you're not going to find somebody too much better than him, if anybody, at this point. So I think you hit it right on the nose.
And I know Liverpool fans might point to like Steven Gerrard is winning the league with Rangers right now in Scotland. He's a club legend. He could come back. Or like, Ranieri was fired the season after they won the league with Leicester. And, in the end, that was probably maybe the right call. But I just don't think they're quite similar situations enough. And I don't think you're going to be able to replace. You can replace a Ranieri. That was a crazy season. But I don't think you can replace a Klopp necessarily in the same way.
Yeah, because Klopp has shown sustained success, whereas Ranieri, obviously that was a fantastic season and one that'll go down in the books. But I think, and even his season after is way worse than what Klopp's having this year. Like, and Liverpool had a decent start to the season, and they've just kind of been riddled with injury and fallen as of late.
Now, fingers crossed, 2 months from now, Liverpool still haven't won, and then I can look back at this and be like, okay, yeah, I mean,
right,
I was wrong. I'll take it,
Right.
But I think it'd be hasty.